Alarms, right? When you're dealing with chronic illness, symptoms, thoughts, feelings, OCD looping thoughts, whatever it is, it's usually more than one, of course, right? The alarms that you're getting, I call them alarms. Symptoms are just alarms. They're there to get your attention, and it's always got to be intense. It has to be. If it wasn't intense, it wouldn't be able to get your attention, and the brain would lose its opportunity to keep you alive. Its main job, is to keep you alive, and it doesn't give a shit if you're suffering. Right? It doesn't care about that. Its main job is to keep you alive, and it's really good at it. You're alive, right? You might not like how you're alive, but that's all it cares about for now, right? All the systems in the body are put on hold because you're in dis-ease. You're not in ease. So its main job, its priority, is to make sure it keeps supporting you while you survive. So the brain's got to make sure it's able to get your attention. You ever notice that whenever you're dealing with a new symptom or an old symptom or a new thought, at that moment, it feels like the worst thing in the world. It feels like the most important thing in the world. It's the most convincing, and your reality feels so real with that symptom. The smokes and mirrors feel like everything. It's very convincing. The thing is, it has to be convincing, because if it wasn't, you would be dead, because it would be failing to get your attention to keep you alive. It's just trying to keep you safe. So if there's a liger behind your back, how do you think it's going to get your attention? Well, it's going to send you your worst nightmare thoughts, right? That's the perfect alarm. You can't throw these softballs, right? It can't be. It can't send you a light alarm. That's not going to cut it. You're going to be like, yeah, I don't care, right? When it thinks you're at the edge of a cliff and you're hanging on by a fucking shoestring, do you think that throwing a softball is good for you to get your attention? No. It's going to fucking scream at you. It has to. So that you it pulls your face and goes, listen to me. Dude, listen. Listen. Dude, right? And you know what? It doesn't really have to force you, because you're voluntarily, right? It's all consuming. You're mesmerized by this thought. It's the bait, right? To the core emotion that needs to be dissolved. That's the alarm. So you empty those allostatic loads by processing these emotions, by allowing them to be there, allowing these thoughts, allowing the symptoms to be there. Of course, I always say, get checked by a doctor. Work with your doctor. Make sure you get checked, right? And then when you have that out of the way, you start doing the work. And our goal is to bring these allostatic loads down, one drop at a time, and bring that survival state down, right? By sending a message of safety. You send a message of safety on how you sit in the danger, right? So these alarms are unique to you. It all depends on your upbringing, right? The type of life that you live, your genetics, family life, culture, right? All these things affect you differently. And the alarms have to be unique that way, right? My alarms might not freak out the guy next to me, right? So if I started freaking out about gut issues, the guy next to me won't give a shit about that. But for him, dizziness is the worst thing in the world. And it's able to get his attention. But for me, dizziness, right? For me, in my second perfect storm, when I got dizziness, I was able to work through it with efficiency and ease. I was like, you don't scare me, I don't care. Because I've had you before my first perfect storm. And yeah, I was shitting fucking bricks when I was feeling off balance, right? I felt like I was falling all the time. And all the things that go with it. But I overcame it. And the fear, I built that leverage of indifference over time. And that alarm doesn't cut it anymore. So I had to find new ways of getting my attention by sending new alarms. Or very old alarms that feels new. Or give you the doubt and go, oh shit, are we going to deal with that all over again? I thought that was behind me. It took me 10 years to finally get that to go away. Now it's back? Does that mean I have to deal with it another 10 years? Right? No, you don't. It's just the new flavor to get your attention. And you're going to work through it. It's interesting how old symptoms, we build history with them so they grow roots. They just take a little bit longer to work through them. But they're not that special. They're no different than any other symptom. So don't put them on the pedestal. So these alarms are unique to you. They have to be to get your attention. It knows you because it's you. Right? It knows all your fears. It knows all the things that you thought about. Maybe for a split second you thought about the fear about that woman talking about her hip surgery that she has to get and how her hip's fucked. And that kind of, it made you feel uncomfortable. And you're like, I hope I don't get that. Oh my God. Right? Just for a split second, 3 weeks later, it waits. 3 weeks later, it throws it at you because it knows it's going to get your attention. It's very sneaky that way. It's very smart. It will withhold shit and wait to make sure you're in a nice flow. So it has more of an effect when it throws it at you than if it were to throw it at you right away. Because if it were to throw it at you right away, you would connect the dots. You would see, oh, yeah, no. It's because my friend was talking about his shoulder yesterday, so today it's my shoulder. Yeah, I don't care. Right? No. It's going to wait, put it in a file, close the fucking shelf, and go, we're going to come back to that in 3 weeks. Maybe in 2 months. And then we're going to bring it out of the file folder, and then we're going to activate that alarm, that fear. Get a little bit of pain. Right? We're going to get you to loop on it. It's going to work like a charm. It's amazing. It's fucking brilliant. Right? So your alarms are unique to you. They have to be to get your attention, because what's the point of an alarm if it's not getting your attention? Right? That's the only thing that makes us unique. Is the flavor of the alarm is different from one person to the other. That's it. Its job at the end of the day is the same, to get everybody's attention. So that you go in, do the work by allowing what needs to be there, following all the pillars, not just allowing, because allowing by itself is not going to cut it, right? If you just allow it by itself, that could actually be worse. You need to have a combination of doing the pillars in the right order, right? And allowing things to be there, letting them do their thing, right? And we bring that allostatic load down over time, and we're also working on bringing that survival state down together. That's very important. We can't do one without the other. We have to do it all, right? And then in time, these alarms get turned off one at a time as a consequence of doing the work. And you start feeling better. Symptoms go away. And you get your life back. And then you're thriving. But in the meantime, you have to go through the journey. And it's game on. Alarms can be on right from the beginning right to the end. Right? And it makes you think, oh, is this ever going to go away? I've been doing this for 2.5 years. Why am I still dealing with XYZ symptoms and thoughts and blah, 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 blah? It doesn't matter. You need them. You need the symptoms. They become opportunities to update the system. So without the symptoms and the thoughts, you can't recover. It's impossible. It will never happen. So be grateful that you have them there. Right? This journey is there to teach you some shit. It's not just about getting to the other side and being recovered. It's actually not even about that. It's not about the symptoms. Sure, it's nice to get to freedom. Okay, yeah, I get it. But it's all the shit you learn in between. That's fucking everything. Everything. When you come out of this, you're going to be a changed person. You're going to see through the fucking matrix. I'm telling you. OCD teaches you shit that makes you fucking invincible afterwards. You're going to learn a lot of things. You're going to be like Neo in the Matrix, right? Stopping the bullets, right? They're just going to fall. You're just going to know because you know. Right? Because you're going to use the same methods that you did to work through the OCD and all the other symptoms, right? With the allow method, you're going to be using with relationships, business, things that fall in your lap, situations in life, all the fucking curveballs you're still going to have to face, right? It's going to help you work through all these things. Some of the heavy-duty things that we have to go through in a life, and some of the lighter day-to-day bullshit that you have to deal with, and that you can make them actually work for your benefit. 9 times out of 10, when a shitty thing comes out, there's always the lesson that I learned that actually helps me with my life. Or a situation happens that I don't like, and then I give it time. I'm like, fuck, that worked in my favor. Oh shit, thank God that shitty thing happened, because now I'm able to actually invite more abundance, and actually do what I need to do, or whatever the situation is. At first, everything looks ugly and sad. Give it time. When you use the allow method, you're able to manipulate this energy. You have the world in your hands at this point, right? You're going to have the world in your hands. It's like a magic wand, I'm telling you. You're going to be able to create the life that you want. You are a creator. You are a creator. You're just coming back to yourself, right? We all had these skills. We all had these powers, but we lost our way. And now you're coming back to it. You're going to realize how powerful you are.